Hello, I'm Jason Marsh, and I'd like to show you the Flow Story Creator. Now, this video assumes you already have a sense of what Flow does and what data stories are, and a little bit even about the Flow editor. And this video introduces the Story Creator, which is a new system for non-expert users to be able to put together their own data story very quickly. So the Flow editor works together with the Story Creator to bring together the right level of power to different users with the right level of expertise to create highly reusable, modifiable presentations. The Flow editor is necessarily complex. It can capture the universe of the world's data and present it in a huge variety of ways, but not every user is going to want to take the time to learn the Flow editor, and so the Story Creator is a great way to hand off a visualization from a more expert user to the actual presenter. For our example today, we're going to be working with a life expectancy data set. And looking over 200 years, we can see that the first 100 years, life expectancy was pretty flat, somewhere around 35 years. And then this next 100 years, the 20th century, was a fabulous increase in the life expectancy across all the countries of the world. Humanity's greatest success, but also some of humanity's greatest tragedies. Here we can zoom in on the Rwandan genocide and talk about what happened in 1994, or we can talk about the Cultural Revolution in China, or what happened in World War I. Another dramatic view of life expectancy and tragedy across the whole planet was the Spanish flu, and you can see the life expectancy drop, basically create a chasm across all the countries of the world. So this demo is going to show the Flow editor, and it shows how quickly the Flow editor can build, in this case, a life expectancy visualization. And so we have a life expectancy data set in part of our library, which we'll drop in here. And let's go ahead and apply that data to a scatter plot. So the year is going to be across the horizontal axis, the life expectancy on the vertical axis, and down the depth axis, we are going to put the countries. You can already see the data take shape in a very clear way, and we'll just tweak things a little bit, maybe change the size of the dots based on the population, and let's colorize the dots based on the country. Bunch of dots floating in space is nice, but being able to wire them up with a line chart makes it more obvious. And actually, that's it. We have built a single visualization which shows this life expectancy data. At this point, we can hand this off to the creator user or the presenter. And the presenter sees this visualization and they click to edit this as their own story. And in this case, they're going to make a copy. And with that copy, they can set exactly the series of steps and filters to tell the story they want to tell. So you'll notice there's very few buttons on the screen, just enough to be able to manipulate this. So first, let's just go ahead and set it up so that they can indicate the first 100 years and how flat life expectancy was for the first 100 years of this visualization. Go ahead and second step, maybe they want to blow it out and say, look, the entire world's countries did better in this last 100 years, and that's an amazing thing. And we can see each country now in a 3D visualization. Maybe we want to zoom in on a particular country. And in this example, let's go ahead and zoom in on China. And so the user selects the China row and goes ahead and tells it to filter just on that one country and sets up the camera position in a comfortable spot and updates the camera, and then can add another step. So the next visualization will probably want to do something around a particular time frame. And a particular interesting one is 1918. So just drag select over the timeline, and now we can see the effect of the Spanish flu on life expectancy back in 1918. And then as a final step, just go ahead and expand out the full view again. And that is it. They have just created a series of steps. Let's see what we built again. First step is the first 100 years. Second step is the next 100 years. Third step is to blow that out into 3D visualization. So we can isolate each country, isolate China, come back and isolate a time frame around the Spanish flu, and then see the whole visualization again. There's so many stories that can be told with this data set, but the presenter here, using the story creator, could tell just the story they wanted to quickly without having to learn much interface at all.